Hello English nuts. Today's words are furtive, inveigh, ponderous and henpeck. Stay tuned for the stories of these words, including definitions, etymology, examples of usage and quotes. But first, do subscribe to The English Nut on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Thank you. Caught me snooping, did you? Don't worry, I'm not up to anything sinister, just demonstrating the word furtive. A furtive person behaves as if they're hiding something, often acting sly or secretive. She cast a furtive glance towards her mother before grabbing a second piece of cake. There was something furtive about her boyfriend's behavior. Why the furtive whispers in the hallway? Is someone planning a surprise party? Furtive comes from the Latin word furtivus and the French word furtif, both meaning stealthy, fitting for actions that feel like you're trying to get away with something. In her novel The Lollipop Shoes, British author Joanne Harris wrote, "That wind, I see it blowing now. Furtive, but commanding. It has dictated every move we've ever made. It sweeps us like leaves into his backseat corner, dancing us to shreds against the stones." German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said, "There exists no more repulsive and desolate creature in the world than the man who has evaded his genius, and who now looks furtively to left and right, behind him, and all about him, a tattered, painted bag of clothes, a decked-out ghost that cannot inspire even fear and certainly not pity." This word was suggested by Poesy Name. To inveigh means to speak or write with great hostility, often to criticize or protest something passionately. The critic inveighed against the film, calling it a waste of celluloid. She inveighed against the new policies, labeling them unfair and unjust. I love to inveigh against bad grammar, even when I find it in text messages. From Latin inveire, meaning to carry in, but in this case carrying in criticism, not compliments. In the narrative poem The Rape of Lucrece, William Shakespeare writes, "No man inveigh against the withered flower, but chide rough winter that the flower hath killed." The metaphor likely reflects the idea that individuals, like flowers, are often victims of circumstances beyond their control. Rather than condemning the individual for their frailty, Shakespeare advises us to recognize the external forces symbolized by winter that led to their downfall. This word was suggested by Begoma Academy Maths Club. Ponderous describes something that is slow, heavy, or difficult to handle, often both physically and metaphorically. The lecturer's ponderous speech put half the audience to sleep. The novel's ponderous prose made it a challenge to finish. The car looked as it drove, slow and ponderous. From Latin ponderosus, derived from pondus, meaning weight, perfect for those moments that feel like a mental or physical slog. American actor John Lithgow said, "I'm a very slow and ponderous reader, but I'm dogged." This word was suggested by Yashasvi Prasad. To henpeck means to nag, boss around or criticize persistently, usually used to describe a spouse's behavior. He felt henpecked after being told for the 5th time to take out the trash. She joked that her husband was henpecked, but he didn't seem to mind. Even the dog looked henpecked after being scolded for barking too much. The term comes from the behavior of hens pecking at their mates to establish who the boss is. One of the early uses of the word is from 1759 by English writer Samuel Butler in The Genuine Remains. The henpecked man rides behind his wife and lets her wear the spurs and govern the reins. In the historical romance In Bed with the Duke, author Christina Dodd writes, I intend to marry Michael and squander all his money and run his life. I promise I will henpeck him until he has no life beyond what I allow him. And when we die, I will lie in his arms through all eternity. Romantic? I'm not sure. This word was suggested by Shuparna Das. So there you have it. Furtive glances exchanged under dim lights, inveighing speeches that echo with passion, ponderous decisions that weigh us down, and spouses that henpeck to get their way. 4 words, 4 shades of life, full of drama and humor. Use them boldly and let your vocabulary soar. Let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comments. I'm the English Nut. Bye for now.